So being a woman in Africa and Zimbabwe, it entails quite a lot of hurdles and hoops that you have to go through. But I see those as opportunities, not really as obstacles. I think with the number of hurdles that you have to go through, you learn something in the process. So it kind of helps you be effective, be efficient in running your business. It's a lot of work, especially being a woman, a wife, a mother. You have a lot more to deal with, but in that all, look, I appreciate it all.
I think being a single woman running your own business in Zim, and I think also just across the continent, is not easy. There has been over the last couple of years quite a huge push across the continent, even in Zimbabwe, about ensuring that you get women rising up to the C-suite. But my experience, and I've been running my business for over 10 years now, my experience is no matter the push, no matter the mantra from the government, etc., there's still so few women in the C-suite. And when you walk into a room and you're communicating with people in the C-suite, I'm talking about boards, I'm talking about your excos, you will find that there's still 90% male, which always surprises me. And of course, when you walk in, mostly, and I'm really generalizing here, but mostly you're viewed first as a woman before you're viewed as someone who actually has something of value to say. So I find that you have to work a lot harder. You have to push yourself. You have to be really, really driven because no one else is going to drive you, right? It's something that you have to do for yourself. And you have to really prove that you've got something worth saying, something of value, and that you can add value to a conversation, to a business conversation, that you can add value to someone's business value chain. And I think that's one of the struggles that you find that as women you have to contend with and you have to rise above.
To be a woman in Africa, yeah, it's a challenge because we have to do all. You are a mother, you have to go to work, you do household, cleaning, taking care of the children, besides having the children. So with my journey on that one, I was just like being very strong. I like all what I did. Sculpting, though it's a challenge, that's a men's job, but I took it. I like to do the art. So yeah, I also challenged the challenges, and also having being a mother with children. That was also very difficult, but for me, I thank God because my relatives supported me very well. Also, the work I did, sculpting, most people encouraged me and most people helped me. Also, it was easy because of my father who was a sculptor. He was first generation sculpting. So that was so easy for me.
So my experience as an African, specifically a Zimbabwean young lady in a male-dominated space of tech has been a very interesting one. I have an unpopular opinion on being a woman because I've never faced discrimination from men in my workplace, at least none that I was aware of. I've had a lot of supportive men around me, from mentors to people in my family, people who I'm close to who've really supported my journey. So yeah, my journey has been an interesting one, and I've enjoyed working in the male-dominated space, and I've received a lot of support. Yeah.
Being a woman, particularly a single woman, like me, a single mother, I think you have to work extra hard as a woman in Zimbabwe and probably in Africa. Women do work hard, and when you are being both father and mother, you have to put double effort. And I think that's what I do because I balance my work, my corporate side of things, and the business that I run. So it demands a lot of attention and time from me. But the boys have grown up, so I'm left with the 2 jobs to run with to make it work for them. So yes, the main thing is to work very hard. And because I've got boys, I don't know what it is like to have girls, but I'm sure when I have daughters-in-law, which I always tell my sons is that they should be very good to those women, because every time they look at those women, they should think of their mother and treat them well. And that's how I feel about men treating women, that you should always think about your mother or your sisters.
I'm an active Christian, and one of the things that I'm grateful for that we are taught as women within the church, I mean, my pastors tell us as women within the church, all the time, is that we must be financially independent, that women, you're not a doormat. You must stand on your own 2 feet, have your own something, whether you want to call it a hustle, whether it's your 8 to 5 job, whether it's your own business, but have something of your own so that you are able to stand on your own 2 feet. And it's quite clear that if you are not financially independent, it doesn't matter how much wisdom comes out of your mouth, no one is going to listen to you, right? The wisdom of a poor person is never heard and is quickly forgotten. So it's important that you are really financially independent, that you are able to just own something that you can say is mine. And it's not about the quantum, so it's not about the size. It's really about, hey, this piece is my piece. And then you grow, you start from where you are, and then you always grow it from there. So that's advice I always give to young women in my space, to family members in my space, that just own something that is yours. If it's your 8 to 5, make sure that you're putting savings aside, again, so that you're not beholden to anyone. And I think any man who's worth his salt wants a woman who is able to stand on her own 2 feet.